All right, so this time we have a little bit of a character swap. Both of our players are on the Balmont division from the US. So maybe that was the issue, because Cheru might have not wanted to play this. Might have not wanted to play the Wolves division. Instead, he wanted to play, Balmont's division.
I don't blame you. If you try to play a tank-centric strategy against Beaumont, it really doesn't work out because the anti-tank gun literally lives up to its name. It's so long range, you can't really rely on heavy tank armor to sustain through the shots of an anti-tank gun to get into range to be effective.
All right, so this time the strat seems to be pretty similar here. Cheru just producing Sherman tanks. We have MC Rena building up the troop infantry trucks here. So I guess even with Dole from Korea and MC Rena from Korea as well, they like to kind of play it safe in the early games where they place the troop trucks in their bases to slowly and gather up infantry units and then go out with the artilleries and the heavy tanks later on, whereas we have Cheru building and stacking up on those cheap Sherman tanks.
Yep, and I actually don't think this is bad at all to sacrifice a little bit of health on your towers, because while your towers are taking damage, you're killing the things that cost money to do that damage to it. And it's not like destroying the towers is the end of the game. No, it's just a little bit of base defense damage. And so that's going to allow MC Rena to build up all of this heavy artillery, to keep that able to defend, and then to maybe slingshot out behind that with a bunch of powerful units.
All right, well, like you said, she is starting to defend everything that she's like, all right, I'm done taking damage, I'm prepared. She brings out the artilleries and the small tanks to defend the artillery. But as you notice, MC Rena taking those damages early onto her tower shows that the middle lane is very short from Cheru's base to MC Rena's base, vice versa. So the main lane in the middle is very short. We can send units quickly to back them up to reinforce them. So this time around, we won't have any big units without any support.
You're right, but at the same time, it's not just about that middle lane. You can see a couple of tanks from Cheru moving towards the northern side of the map. They build up a big wave, but then ultimately the artillery advantage is still there for Rena. She's able to stop that from moving in, but the tower is still taking damage here, and even that troop truck that's set up right behind it might be in a little bit of danger too.
All right, so that moment that we just saw on screen, that's actually the longer lane on this map, where troops have to go around the outskirts of the town. So we just saw that MC Rena didn't really have any defense for that side lane. So yeah, Rena is doing a great job defending her main gate, but her side gate is actually taking quite a bit of damage here, and MC Rena is actually using that artillery to get rid of that tank here.
Does that tank take basically no damage? Oh my goodness, that's comical. It took 4 shots straight to the dome and just stood there. Wow, I wanna be that tank when I grow up.
You want to be that tank? Okay. Well, yeah, we did see the power on that tank as well, but look at this. MC Rena finally defending her side lane, going around the long lane here with some heavy tanks here, but now Cheru is going back and forth. Now he's on the other side of the side lane, trying to take down this tower. 2 of these towers on the side, or actually this is the main gate, is taking a lot of damage from Cheru. So Cheru is just keeping MC Rena busy on the side and the main.
Yeah, really busy everywhere. Finally, one of the Shermans coming out of MC Rena should be able to take out those artillery that are sieging. But look at how much damage these turrets have taken. 3 towers down to very, very low HP. And finally, this artillery is going to be dealt with, but at what cost, right? It's already dealt so much structural damage.
All right, well, we need fire extinguishers in this game. We have 2 towers on MC Rena's side burning up. You want to take that fire out. But yeah, unfortunately, fire doesn't do damage over time here. So
yeah, I mean, we don't have Smokey the Bear in the game, so if it did deal damage, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, but now Cheru, this lane that we see here, we saw MC Rena a little bit before, kind of trying to pressure Cheru from the side lanes. Cheru is counter-attacking now, and this main gate here on the side of MC Rena, the observers are coming back here over and over again because Cheru is constantly pressuring this side of the map for MC Rena. So he is doing a very good job dividing MC Rena's focus on the side lanes as well as the front gate.
Yeah, divided focus can split troops in a way that makes everything kind of crumble and fall apart. But we are starting to see kind of the game progress to the next phase. Somewhat uniquely about this game, we've stayed on tier 1 units the entire time. No airplanes at all, no anti-air. We haven't even gone to anti-tank guns, which you and I talked about being so powerful in this matchup. When it comes to Beaumont, that's his unit. But we've just been playing with only early game pressure this entire game.
Yeah, and as you were saying that...
Yeah, okay, all right.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. As you were saying that, we were staying on that cheap units, they probably both heard you. We're like, all right, you want some big fat units? All right, we'll give it to you. And we have that anti-tank on the side of Cheru. We have the Calliope on the side of MC Rena.
Yeah, but we also have one of those crocodile tanks, the big flamethrower boys. But those... I feel like are a little bit out of place here because they die to both of the other big units we talked about.
Yeah.
But they are so good at pushing waves of troops in. You got a bunch of infantry, doesn't matter. They all burn up.
All right, we still do stick to a couple of Sherman tanks here. So talking a little bit about the style of play that these players have. Fortunately for both of them, they both aren't focusing too much on the basic infantry troop trucks here. We only see that they have 2 each, so we're not going to get some massive infantry push like we saw from the previous game.
Now, let's keep an eye here. We do have those crocodiles moving in. The Calliope, though, should be mobile enough to escape here. The anti-tank gun, I thought it was in a little bit of trouble, but nope, it's still staying alive there and firing away, taking out a few of these annoying little Shermans that are in its way. I think if you look at the base defenses, Cheru is the first one to lose a turret. MC Rena has 2 that could easily go down.
All right, well, getting 1 or 2, even 3 at this point where we have a total of 6 towers. A couple of towers being down isn't a big deal, but look at this. MC Rena, this is what happened to her when she went up against Remy in the first game. But now she's giving it right back to Cheru, placing this anti-tank gun to do the long-range damage onto Cheru's towers.
Yeah, right, but there's an anti-tank gun on both sides, so let's see which is going to be more effective. You can see Cheru trying to get hers in position. It's just really hard to find a good angle there.
All right, well, we do have the Crocodile pushing on the side of Cheru, on the side lane's flank. We'll see if that will cause MC Rena to pull some of her units back to defend, and it seems like she is doing that right now. You can see her hand kind of pulling back a couple units because she sees not a huge push, but a pretty big enough push for her to kind of pull some of her troops back.
Yeah, but this push just gets completely shut down. That anti-tank gun's so good against the crocodiles. You try to set stuff on fire, it doesn't matter. If you get hit by that anti-tank gun, and so that entire push, those very expensive units, destroyed.
All right, well, this one crocodile is coming out again. I think this, Cheru is sending the crocodile straight for the anti-tank gun, I think. I don't know if that will stay alive. You see it on the far middle, on the top. It does get pretty close.
It gets close, but no cigar. It will fire once, but then explode in a blaze of glory. An anti-tank gun still alive.
All right, well, blaze of glory. It does explode, and this side lane action has been insane. We have seen Cheru kind of push out, and then Rena retaliating. So right now it's a turn for Rena to go up and push and pressure Cheru. But this has been going back and forth, so I'm not going to say which side is going to win, but Cheru has 2 towers down now.
Oh, look at these Calliopes. They're so powerful. We're starting to see the accumulation of all of this endgame wealth. This is it's just starting to get overwhelming. MC Rena, look at how low her turrets are, but it doesn't matter because she's the one with the huge advantage right now, and I don't even think that those should take much damage for a while. Really good position here, and now she's solidifying that with not only this artillery, but a lot of troop trucks moving out as well.
All right, MC Rena has 6 tank Sherman
8,
tanks.
9.
Oh my goodness, she's just
10.
She's just mass producing right now.
And this is a strategy we actually saw from the early rounds of our EU qualifiers, where when you need to close out a game, putting a bunch of Sherman tanks makes that wave so dense, even if you're running into anti-tank fire, they just don't have the DPS to take them all out.
Yeah, but right now, unfortunately, what we're seeing here, we have this artillery in Cheru's base taking out the Sherman tanks. I think MC Rena should have spread them out a little bit because they are taking area damage all together. But look at this, 3 crocodiles in the back. You see that flame ready to be fired. But these 2 Calliopes have been causing so much trouble for Cheru.
I mean, yeah, the wave just basically disappears. Here, finally, is all of that armored strength running right down, I guess, the southern side, trying to strafe it with our first airplane in the game. But I mean, those tanks just don't take that much damage from aircraft fire. Look at that, the tower just evaporating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towers, all dead.
All right, so now MC Rena, all she has to do is go in and get rid of that anti-tank, bring in rest of her units to go attack on Cheru's command center. But on the other side, Cheru should be producing some units. This is not over yet. We have seen some devastating comebacks, but
I think it might just be over. Yeah, this is just way too much. All those tanks, 13 Shermans in total, will be enough to take that down. Congratulations to MC Rena, who will eliminate Cheru and advance on in our bracket.